Travis Wayne Goodsell. So they were never going to open the community room. They were an hour late when I showed up and I asked, and then they opened it. And then, as you heard in the first video today, yeah, everybody started piling in. And then a new guy showed up with his cute little dog, took it off leash, spread its dander all over the room. So I quickly wrapped things up as fast as I could and got the hell out of there. Already was feeling the itch. My eyes itch, the back itches, and I know that it's begun. And last night, dear God, somebody gave me a cough drop, which tasted great, but I ended up hacking up a lung all night long because of that. This is not a cold, because what it does is by triggering the irritations, mucus then forms in the eye, and eventually, if it gets serious enough, into the other eye, the nasal passages, then down into the... So yeah, I've got a whole bunch of congestion right now in the lungs that I'm trying to hack up but can't. And it's difficult when you're in a public situation and you need to hack up a lung, but can't do it because it would be really gross and there's no place to put it. No spitterns as they used to have for tobacco. So this is what the church already knew. They have my medical records. It had to be used as evidence, and so they got access to it, and they're using it against me to have me assassinated. And you can see how the manner of assassination it takes place, because you can hear other guys hacking up a lung, but for me it was with the dogs that Friday when 2 other regular dogs came in here. And as long as the masters bathe the dog on a regular basis, minimal dander is involved, not a problem. However, we're in a homeless shelter. We aren't capable of cleaning ourselves as we would under normal circumstances. And so, yeah, and then plus, being homeless, we're now going on 4 months now. Yeah, let's see. It was all of June, July, and now August. And so, yeah, on September 6th, that'll be full 3 months of no exercising. How many of you have been with me when you knew that I was doing videos when I got back from my run early in the morning, or did a video before my run? Yeah, very few of you, huh? What's up with that? Where are you guys? So yeah, because I'm not able to go running on a regular basis, I'm not able to heal myself as quickly as I need to, plus the lack of quality food. I would have a dietary thing as well, but both running and diet for the purpose of healing faster as well as preventative for the future. I would make sure that I had orange juice every day, because orange juice helped prevent getting colds even. It was that good. And so with the rise in orange juice prices because of the Florida hurricane, which I then got Trump to say oranges of the investigation that morning, which that, by the way, is now gone from the internet. I have to go to my files to bring it up and show you that, yes, I did actually post that morning on my website that I had, but it's all gone. And you'd think, well, it's Trump that's after you then, Travis. He's the one trying to murder you. No, it's the church for the other posts that I've been doing, you know. And yeah, they're in league with Trump. They had him over. They made business deals that they don't talk about. We're led to believe that when dignitaries and leaders come to the church, that it's all about showing off the church to them, and that there's no business deals involved. Well, we know, under Nelson especially. Oh, yeah, China. Yeah, I talked to them. Now we've got a temple. Russia. Yeah, we gave them money for the war in Ukraine and hacking and the destruction of America. Yeah, no temple. Yeah, there are business deals being made. So when they go to Kuwait, when they go to the UAE, when they go to Saudi Arabia, where she came to the church, there are always business deals along with it. But we only get told about, oh, we talked about our relationship with Muslims and oh, women in the church and blah, blah, blah. So nice and comfy cozy. No, there's business deals. You know, we can't have, you know, Mohammed bin Salman, which is Solomon, by the way, in case you didn't catch on to the different phonetics, that he can't come to America. But his, you know, I don't know if she's a sister, but the princess, don't know the relationship. I'd have to read it over again, but yeah, she's here for business. She's allowed into America, and so she can do the business on his behalf, and she returns and reports and blah blah blah. And so the church is making business deals with terrorist countries. And Mormons just are living in their bubble world because, oh, yeah, they talked about women and oh, yay, welfare and helping the poor. Yeah, the church doesn't do that. They don't help the poor. They've got the tokens out. They give minimal support. And when I mean minimal, I mean sub-minimal. Because when you look at the percentage, you take trillions of dollars that they've hoarded, and then you take the amount that they actually give, and they've because of coronavirus, had to bump it up to maybe $1 billion in total. And so what's 10 trillion with 1 billion? Well, let's see. 10 billion would be 1%. 100 billion would be 10%, or yeah, I'm already screwed up. 1%, got to go backwards, don't I? And then 1 trillion would be 0.1%. Now we're in the negatives. And then 10 million or 10 trillion is 0.01%. That's what the church is giving in percentage. And so when you see that, oh, they gave 10 million to blacks going through school, and then you read in the news that the 200 billionaires of Bezos, the X, you know, then gives a couple billion to help black students. It's kind of humiliating to the church, but the church ignores it, and AACP seems to ignore it. I was talking to a man here who's concerned about how the church treats blacks, and was curious about that, and I gave examples, and so yeah, it's well understood that white folks tend to abuse blacks by claiming to be their friend and embracing them and giving, but what they could be doing is far better, and they're still stabbing them in the back. I don't know if the NAACP understands this, that the church is using them to promote them as not racist, when they still are. And or if the NAACP thinks that, hey, we'll take whatever we can get from the church. It's kind of a bad way to look at it. Dirty money is dirty money. You shouldn't take it. Because the church is involved in money laundering and all sorts of other illegal activities, financially as well as criminally. But that's why they want me dead, guys. You all saw this coming. If you've been watching for years, you've seen the pattern of the attacks done to me on just YouTube alone by the church, because it always has to do with the church. They shut me down right before conference so that I can't get those 1,000+ views that I typically would get. And they have the algorithms designed to suppress my views when I should be continually going up on a regular basis. They don't want me to reveal what I know. And as I told you when I brought it up again, because it's all over the news and might as well, the church is pissed when I bring up sex trafficking and sex slavery. They don't like being exposed for that. But if you're guilty of it, man up. Man up, Nelson. Tell the truth. You're a white supremacist group, and let the Southern Poverty Law Center put you on the list of domestic terrorists who are white supremacists, and thus enemies of the state, of the nation, enemies of the people. Be honest. So we can still go to TWG. Yeah, the last video is at 118 views in 3 days, because it was the last one. And so people are going, where is Travis? What's going on? And I can't respond. They won't let me until Sunday morning. And even Sunday morning, I'm willing to bet they're going to forget, and I won't be allowed. What do you bet? Place your bets now. That's a sure thing. I won't be allowed. Because they're bleeps. But you can see that some people need to learn how to speak into the mic. Even as a firefighter, we had our handheld radios. We had to hold them in just the right manner in order to be heard. You can't just, Roger Dodger, over and out. You had to speak with it. So, yeah, there's technicalities in every job. But yeah, 2 days before, what do I put out? LDS President Nelson to announce 2023 bicentennial year Nephi visit Joseph Smith. And if you're familiar with 2021 and why I'm now here, you'll know what they were upset with for that time, right before conference. And so right after conference, I found more out about it. That's why I keep focusing on the Danites and such. But yeah, there's also LDS Church child sex crimes whistleblower manhunt. Because the government here in Utah, they don't care about sex crimes. They let them go. And so, yeah, LDS Church inhumane treatment as an incentive. And all LDS church visions and revelations ceased with the death of Joseph Smith. How to leave the church safely. It's at 183. Yeah, I put on a whole bunch of videos on the 5th, didn't I? Angry LDS Church orders cyber terrorism to prove they are true. So you can see that they were first trying that method to shut down my views by taking away the 1,000 and stopping it. It's still stalled. They've shut it down. And so you can see how they operate. They first give me a threat warning. We're shutting down your views, Travis. You need to speak nice about the church. You have to cover up their crimes. We're not going to report them, and neither should you. And then, boom, they go for the sure fail, the sure no fail instance of shutting down my channel, making things up for a reason. And then when I appeal, we'll just deny it. Nope, sorry, you can't do anything for a week now. I mean, they've changed that. It used to be 2 months. Remember those days? Dear God. But yeah, I'm doing 30, 16, 18, and then boom, 183 5 days ago. It's in their best. And so it ties in with the counterclaim that I have, that the church is involved. They're ordering all of it. And so all of the people that are involved in my eviction with this lockup, they're all part of it. And so the U.S. Attorney General is supposed to be investigating it, and it's going on 5 or 6 months, last I figured. And so, yep, there she is, the Saudi princess. And it's not like I'm getting the hundreds of thousands of views that I should be getting after all these years. No, 49 on that one, 7 days ago. You know, not locking up LDS prophets teaches Mormons crimes are God's will. I put is. It's a type error. But 131. That should be no concern for the prophets. But the majority of my viewers, especially on that channel, are the elderly. Older than me. And which position are they in the church? Yeah, except for the ex-Mormons, it's the majority of them are the church members, the leaders of the church who are watching. They're the ones who are getting upset with me, putting the thumbs down. And then thus returning and reporting to the prophets to say, hey, Travis posted this video. Those to whom Mormons falsely accuse projects onto themselves. Mormons not concerned about prophecy of the fall of the Great and Abominable Church. And it's hilarious because Christianity fell with the collapse of Constantine's organization. And it shattered literally into all the pebbles of the clay feet that it talks about. That's the destruction of Christianity. It happened. And yet there's still more to it about a Latter-day Rock. And as I've gone over in previous videos, as it goes down the mountain, it too shatters and branches off. And that's part of the fall and a different method of interpretation. And then LDS Church seeks to destroy records of LDS Church history. That's the cyber terrorism that we have, that, you know, the oranges of the investigation is now gone from the internet. You know, I'm a victim of it, and nothing's been done about it. It's not even in the news, nobody's talking about it. I don't think Bright Insight has done anything since either. Nope. He's been silenced. He did a video 12 days ago talking about it, and then 9 days ago talking about it, and he's been silent. He did it 3 days to do an update, and now it's been 9 days and no follow-up update. He's now been silenced. He hasn't done anything since then. And he typically, well, he only has 122 videos. That's strange. Thought you had more than that. And so 9 days, 12 days, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, 1 month, 2 months, 2 months, 1 month. And so he does one about once a week, I guess. One every other week. I'm sure he had more than that. Alright. But, I don't know, maybe we'll see something eventually. I would expect on this one he'd have more to say on this. But, oh well. But yeah, the events in my life that I talk to you about are going to have an impact on how YouTube treats me. You have to actually pay attention to my life. You have to actually get to know me. Oh. And so, yeah, that's what we're faced with. So I'm stuck back here for today, at least, to calm down the irritations, and hopefully prevent them from getting into the mucus stage, and then hopefully I can hack this up. But yeah, I can't. This isn't a home. This isn't a place to live. This is a resource center. They don't want us staying here for the rest of our lives, but the church purposely did this to me to make me stay here for the rest of my life, because this isn't a place to stay here for the rest of my life. And even that wasn't good enough for them, as they tried to evict me from this place as well. And so, yeah, I have to be on my toes, because they're trying to assassinate me. And yeah, that's the way it was with Joseph Smith, always having to watch his back for the Danites within his church, who were trying to get him in trouble and lock him up and even assassinate him, which they did succeed with that finally. But yeah, I wish I could go into more details about stuff with you guys, but can't. I'm trapped. So, God, I still have the other video that I was partly into when I had to rush out. Now this one, but this is the update. Just the atrocities that go on here. The abuses. Nobody should suffer like this. And they're making a worse one. They're making a new building. They've shut all the housing down, boarded it up, fenced it off, and then they'll bulldoze it, and then they'll build the new shelter. And it's going to be worse. It's going to be more like a concentration camp. This is already a concentration camp, but they don't have the medical doctors and the psychologists to perform the human experimentations on people here. It's just the lack of care that is the human experimentation and the torture. That's the way the church wanted it.